Thank you so much for having me today to speak at the Association of Convenience Stores Safe and Responsible Retailing Conference. I'm really sorry I can't be there to greet you in person due to parliamentary engagements today. I've been a long-standing member of the Union of Shop, Distributive and Allied Workers, and retail crime is an issue that I have a strong personal interest in. I started my working life with Tesco's on Saturdays, filling shelves, and with the Co-op as a trainee and later manager after university. And I know from first-hand experience the threat and the challenge of shop theft and the challenges of serving difficult customers when upholding the law. I've been very pleased to see the work with the team at the ACS over many years to raise both shop theft and assaults, and I want to now publicly thank you for continuing to make a difference on this issue. And I'm really especially proud to be able to put into practice policy that I've argued for alongside the ACS over the last decade. Let me say at the outset that shop theft and all forms of retail crime are simply unacceptable. This government will work tirelessly with our law enforcement partners and with the retail sector to continue to drive down retail crime. From food to fuel, from essential items to luxury goods, we rely on shops. From small local stores to major outlets, these businesses perform a vital role in our society. From the quietest rural area to the busiest urban centre, they are part of the rhythm of our daily life. Now, we saw that during the pandemic when even as much as society shut down, shops remained open. And we must never forget that retail relies on its workforce, the dedicated people who every day ensure that shelves are stacked and customers are served. Now, most people instinctively understand why shops matter and why the staff who work with them should be treated with decency and respect. But sadly, the same cannot be said for a selfish criminal minority and those who behave antisocially, who've shown an utter disregard for our laws and expectations as a society. Shop theft is a criminal offence, and for good reason. There is a financial cost to the victims, for which smaller shops especially can find crippling. There is also a wider point to be made about the escalating criminality if offences like shop theft are left unchecked. And in recent times, we have seen the emergence of an even more disturbing trend as retail staff have been subject to appalling abuse and even, as we all know, violence. So let me be clear today. This government will not stand for this and will not tolerate people being abused or attacked at their place of work. Now, I appreciate you sharing your latest crime report with me. It's shocking to see such high figures, that there were 6.2 million incidents of theft last year and that 87% of your colleagues received verbal abuse. We need to work to get these numbers down. What is great to see is the investment in technology, training and systems now available to you. These are invaluable resources that will no doubt aid you in the fight against these issues. And I will also echo the sentiment that collaboration between retailers, law enforcement and policymakers needs to address the root causes of retail crime and implement effective prevention strategies is key. Through these partnerships, you'll be able to establish safer environments for your colleagues and customers to work and shop, free from the fear of shop theft and assault. Shop theft continues to increase at an unacceptable level, with these latest figures from September showing a 23% increase in the last year. And that's why, as part of our Safer Streets mission, we've introduced a new offence now of assaulting a retail worker to protect the hard-working and dedicated staff that work in stores. It will carry tough sentences, with a presumption for a court to apply for a criminal behaviour order. This will prohibit the offender from doing anything described in the order, which might include a condition preventing specific acts which cause harassment, alarm or distress, or indeed preventing an offender from visiting specific premises. Together with that presumption that the court will impose a criminal behaviour order, this offence will also carry a maximum sentence of 6 months imprisonment, sending the message loud and clear that these disgraceful crimes will not be tolerated. Furthermore, Section 176 of the Antisocial Behaviour, Crime and Policing Act of 2014 created the perception that offenders and would-be offenders could get away with shop theft of goods of and under £200. Well, we're going to repeal that relevant provision relating to low-value shoplifting, ensuring police treat shop theft of any value in the same way, and sending a clear message that any level of shop theft is illegal. We're going to provide £100,000 also of additional funding for the National Police Chiefs Council to give further training to police and retailers on prevention tactics. We will continue to crack down on the organised gangs that are targeting retailers, and will provide £5 million over the next 3 years to continue to fund a specialist analysis team within OPAL, the National Police Intelligence Unit for Serious Organised Acquisitive Crime. We're also going to invest £2 million over the next 3 years in the National Business Crime Centre, which provides a resource for both police and businesses to learn, share and support each other to prevent and combat crime. Furthermore, my colleague, the Minister for Policing, Fire and Crime Prevention, is committed to chairing the newly established Retail Crime Forum to ensure we understand the needs of all retailers and to promote collaboration between the retail sector, security providers and law enforcement. And on that note, I want to say a big thank you to the Association of Convenience Stores for all the work that you do. We at the Home Office are grateful for your support, especially as members of the Retail Crime Forum, and we welcome your collaborative efforts towards future challenges in this retail crime space. As was mentioned throughout your crime report, this is an issue that can only be tackled in partnership and by working together, which will be key to resolving the problems that currently plague our shops. I want to leave you with a final sentiment. You are not in this alone. This government is dedicated to fighting retail crime and will do everything it can to ensure it's driven down. Together, we can ensure that our streets and neighbourhoods are safe and free from the fear of shoplifters. So thank you, and I hope that the ACS can continue to be the constant driving force and voice for local shops and for retail workers. I appreciate your efforts. This government will stand up to shoplifting and shop assaults, and we will do what we can with you to make sure we reduce this awful crime. Thank you.